Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Salvaje from the Salvaje Cartel. I'm back with another Pokemon Unite video. This is the best Master Rank game I've ever had. I went a little bit beast mode because when I see Ultra players in my team, I get flashbacks, right? I'm just like, oh my god, these people are in Ultra Rank. They probably want to get to Master Rank. It is my responsibility to not let them down on this skill level. The biblical destruction that a Master Rank player can put out into the field of Pokemon Unite. So, I do want to point that out because I think great VOD reviews are VOD reviews where you're getting destroyed. Alright, because you can learn a lot more from your mistakes in Pokemon Unite than, you know, just games where you're just beasting. But, even though I went beast mode this game, score-wise, we were actually getting destroyed. Annihilated. And that's why in this VOD review, I actually want to talk about why winning in XP is more important than winning in score in Pokemon Unite. Actually, I take that back. I don't want to talk about why winning in XP is really important. I want to show you guys, okay? So let's get straight into the footage. I do want to go ahead and point out that there was a point that I was stuck at expert rank and I was getting stomped on over and over and over again, and I was wondering why I lost so many games. And what I started doing is I started focusing on winning in XP. And I'm going to make a video on that in the future. So if you're interested for a video, subscribe. This is going to be a VOD review showing you guys an example so that when I make my guide, I can link you guys to this video. Talking about linking you guys to a video, feel free to check out my 10 essentials to hit Master Rank in Pokemon Unite as a solo queue player. Also linked in the description of this video. Okay, let's get started. So when I clear out my jungle, I most of the time like to go top lane. You know, every single game of Pokemon Unite can be a little bit different. So unfortunately here I get the Ludicolo on the top spawn, which is going to make my rotation to the top lane a little bit awkward. But sometimes we gotta make sacrifices. Like for example, missing your bubble so the Ludicolo doesn't get very, very sad. I miss my bubble so much and I really need to improve with that. Please don't roast me in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. I love Froakie with 13 points! What a true biblical destruction. I'm going to finish out the Ludicolo. And then something that I always like to do with Froakie. Oh yeah, I'm also going to be giving you guys some tips with Greninja. Something that I like to do with Froakie is I like to use my substitutes to move on forward to the next jungle camp. Like that, I can save as much time as possible. Now, the reason why this is really, really important is because you want to have as much time as possible in that top upper lane. Because when you clear out your jungle for a second time, you're most likely going to be spending a lot of time in the lower lane. And I want you guys to pay close attention to this, right? The Absol hits me, right? I'm running. I'm getting the hell out of there, okay? I'm not going to mess around with an Ultra Rank Absol or even a Master Rank Absol. First of all, this Absol, I don't know. I feel like he was a little bit scared because he saw like all three of us there. And, you know, Crustle is really tanky and, you know, Ninetales can be a bit of a drag when it comes down to shutting people down. But I feel like he could have done a little bit more damage. I made a huge mistake here, by the way, right? So something that I didn't do is after we took out the bees, I didn't actually help my teammates secure the neutral core fish. You always want to make sure that you help out your top laner secure that neutral core fish. And if you can let them get that last hit, that would be very phenomenal. So I'm going to clear out my jungle. I cannot stress this enough, right? If you're an expert and you're playing jungle and you're not clearing out your jungle as soon as it spawns on the first beginning minutes of the game, you need to fix that as soon as possible. Because that's going to be the difference between you carrying out in Dreadnought or not. Speaking of Dreadnought, let's take a look at what I'm going to do right here. Oh, and by the way, I know I have scratched the itch as the audio, as the background audio. I'm sorry, I know this audio is used a lot, but look, I see a Zeraora here. I'm going to give you guys a little tip that I like to use with Greninja. Every time I'm fighting Zeraora, I always want to use smokescreen either up or down because I always want to distance myself from Zeraoras, right? If Zeraoras can't get close to you, they're screwed. They cannot do anything. So you always want to make sure with Greninja that you're positioning yourself in a way that you're going to have that range from Zeraora, like that they can't hit you because as Greninja, you don't really have a ton of health. I see the Zeraora going towards me. What am I going to do? No, I'm not going to charge him. I'm going to run away. Zeraora can do a lot of damage, specifically if he has a follow-up. Talking about a follow-up, Absol came in and I was unprepared and I died. What I should have done there is I should have used smoke screen and then backed away more with my team with surf. That is a mistake that, you know, we do tend to make from time to time. Everybody does it, right? Like, it's like, oh my god, I really don't want to use my ability. I don't want to use my ability. That's the thing about Absol, right? Like, in the early game, sometimes he can just show up out of nowhere and just insta-kill you. Positioning is key in this encounter. Alright, let's take a look at what I do. I'm staying with my teammate. I'm staying with my Eldegoss. I don't want Eldegoss to die. I must protect her at all costs. Alright, I see the Snorlax. I actually get my ultimate here. I want to take advantage of my ultimate, and my, you know, the purpose for me using that ultimate is to actually have these guys back off a little bit. But then I realized, okay, like, my teammates cannot solo this Dreadnought by themselves. Like, I don't think that Crusto was running a critical hit build. So I quickly get out of there, and look at that Absol ultimate. It did absolutely nothing. Okay, that's the last time I'm going to roast Absol in this video, okay? But look, right here, I see that there's a fight. I'm just going to be doing everything I can to help out my teammates when it comes down to destroying this zone. The Ninetales is going to recall back to base. Look, that Zeraora is level 8. And then my Ninetales is level 8. And now my Ninetales is going to start destroying the Otternos. So I see what my Ninetales is doing. I'm like, okay, let me not get too cocky just because I got the first Dreadnought. Let me go get my jungle. Alright, let me focus on my XP. Let me focus on leveling, right? Right now, it's sort of like an even match, but the enemy team made a fatal mistake. Alright, the Greninja earlier destroyed our top goal, but he didn't farm all of the Otternos that were going to be spawning on the top goal. Maybe because he was scared, right? He should have been paying more attention to his map. Why? Because he destroyed our top goal zone and he missed out on all of the free XP that those Otternos were going to be giving him. And Otternos give out a pretty decent amount of XP. So what can we learn from this so that we can improve our gameplay? Well, the first thing that we can learn is if you destroy the top tower and the entire enemy team is a Dreadnought, make sure that you take out those Otternos. Another thing that we can learn is that after I destroyed, you know, that Dreadnought with my team, I went back to my jungle so that I can get that XP. And here I'm going to take out this Bouffalon so I can still be focusing on my level up. And then I'm going to proceed and take out my Ludicolo right here. I mean, at this point in the match, I see that there's two people on the Rotom. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. They can actually get the Rotom. My Crustal's going to die. He has his ultimate. He's probably going to rotate down. Let's secure Dreadnought a second time. You know, like DJ Khaled said, another one. Talking about another one, I would like you guys to watch another one of my videos. Like, for example, some of the videos that I have in my Pokemon Unite playlist in the description of this video. That would be phenomenal. Let's take a look at what I do here, right? Sometimes you just gotta be patient when it comes down to these Dreadnought 50v50s. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I would sometimes make in Ultra, right? Like, I would see the Dreadnought, I would see the Zapdos, I'm like, oh my god, 50-50, 50-50, I'm just gonna spam B, I'm just gonna spam B. And then I wouldn't secure the Dreadnought, or I wouldn't secure the Zapdos, right? Right there, I saw that there was bad guys on the Dreadnought, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna get a nicely well-timed surf to secure the Dreadnought, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it, and if not, well, whatever, right? Like, it is what it is. I'm going to let these bad guys get the zone, because I know for a fact if I stand in that zone, Absol and Snorlax are going to completely annihilate me, and that results in us taking out 3 bad guys from the enemy team. That is less farming that they're going to be able to do, and that is more coordination for my team. Alright, more farming for us. You know, personally right there, I actually didn't really know what I should have done. Like, I was thinking of pushing the zone, but I didn't know if my Ninetale wanted to do it anyways. It didn't matter because, look, my Ninetale, she went back to farm. I have a very smart Ninetales player on my team. Yes, that is correct. I also want to point out my Eldegoss was playing hella aggressive. Like, he ends up dying here. And honestly, it's not really a big deal for me. Oh, by the way, this is a top play right here. I want you guys to take a quick look at what I'm doing right here. So I see that Greninja has 28 points. I see that Zeraora has 44 points. I go straight down here to Snorlax. I see Snorlax. Homie has 8 points. What am I worried about? 8 points isn't going to do shit. I need to take out the top heavy hitters. So that's why I actually recall back and I go straight to the top zone. Because I know that Zeraora is a problem if it's not dealt with. Now, my teammates are actually able to secure the Zeraora, but let's say that the Zeraora were to stay in the top lane and try to score. That would have been terrible. Alright? You guys always need to make sure that, specifically in the end game, right? When it's very, very close to Zapdos, that you guys are looking out at the points that the enemy team has. I'm not going to waste time with a Snorlax. You can score those 8, 16 points. I don't care, boy. I'm going to go after the big heavy hitters, the people that have a lot of points. My purpose right here is to make sure that my teammates are fighting Zapdos and that they are securing Zapdos for us, because we are a bit behind on points, right? So, we lose Zapdos. Am I afraid? No. I see that my teammates took out 2 people, and I'm fighting 2 other people, which my teammates are now going to proceed to take out. Now, this right here was like a decision that I was like somewhat contemplating on, right? So my Ninetales is chasing this Greninja, and I guess it kind of worked out. Like, she kind of delayed the Greninja. Personally, what I would have done is I would have actually gone after the Gardevoir, because maybe, you know, another Mon might have jumped on Gardevoir and would have prevented her from scoring, and maybe the enemy team might have won. I also want to go ahead and point out how my teammates scored and then they immediately recalled, right? They didn't stay in the enemy base asserting their dominance, you know, fighting. No, none of that stuff. I'm going to talk about this on my Zapdos video, but I feel like a lot of the time people score after Zapdos and they overstay for way too long, man. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you guys learned something new. I know that I learned a lot from many content creators on my way to Master Rank, actually. And now that I'm a Master Rank player myself, I definitely want to go ahead and drop as many tips and make as many videos as possible so that I can help people prosper in this phenomenal gaming experience that is Pokemon Unite. I hope you guys have a great day. Feel free to subscribe for more. Peace.